Hey everybody, good afternoon. And I did look, it is from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. the next morning. And I'm sorry, Dad, about that. I mean, sometimes stuff happens, but All right, let's go over the spoilers, see what we got for today. All right, as usual, we're going to go to the bottom. Dang, quite a bit today. Oh, man. I can't read this.
Dad, blight it.
So just click on it and see what we got. Heartfire Challenger for 1 and a red. And oh, by the way, dang old computer's trying to restart. All right. If anything happens, I'll restart the stream. All right. Hey, Stokes, Tortoise, and Michael Superbacker. All right. Heartfire Challenger. For 1 and a red, creature, mouse, warrior with haste and prowess and valorant. And whenever Heartfire Challenger becomes a target of a spell or ability you control, for the first time each turn, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until the end of turn. Not too bad. I mean, yeah, it's all right. I mean, it is a 2/2. It does have haste and prowess, so almost kind of like double prowess because it gets because you get to. No, it ain't like double prowess, just single prowess. I was thinking something of a different card. All right, next we got us a Splash Lasher for 3 and a blue, 3/3 Frog Wizard with Offspring 2. So for 6, you can get a 3/3 and a 1/1. And what it does is when this creature enters, tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. So you can put 2 stun counters on a creature when you play this. If you play it for 3, or if you play it for 6, turn 6, you can put 2 stun counters on a creature. Not bad, actually. And if you don't want to play that Offspring cost, Then you're only paying 4 for 3-3. Hey, D. Lawson. Next, we got Simple Recycling for 1 and a green, instant, and it's also a gift, a card. So, what gift is? You may promise the opponent a gift as you cast this spell. If you do, they draw a card for its other effects. So, you're giving your opponent a draw. And the rest of this card does is return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. If the gift was promised, return 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand instead. So you let your opponent draw a card, you get to return 2 things from your graveyard. Very good reanimate in green. It's kind of like reanimating in green, although it does go to your hand and so the battlefield, but you do get the 2 cards back. That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. I like it. And then we got another dang on foreign language one.
Dad, blight it.
All right, we got us Hive Spine Wolverine, 5/4 with 3 abilities. Nice. It's 5/4 for 3, 4, 5 for 5, 5/4 for 5. Elemental Wolverine. When Hive Spine Wolverine enters, choose 1. You can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, or you can have Hive Spine Wolverine fight target creature token. What? Have it fight a token? That's weird. Instead of fighting a creature, it fights a token. Huh. Then, last effect is destroy target artifact or enchantment. That is weird. Fighting a creature token. So you cannot fight a creature with it unless it's a token. Wow. That is weird. I mean, it's a good fight effect, and it is pretty strong. But you can only target a token with it? Huh. All right, let me see what chat's saying here. Let's see. Mice would be the best travel. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, this card is weird because it's only a token. They blag it. All right, we got another dang on foreign language.
Dad, blight it.
We got Hired Claw, 1 red. Creature, lizard, mercenary. Hey, it's an outlaw. Whenever you attack with 1 or more lizards, Hired Claw deals 1 damage to target opponent. Ooh, burn. For 1 red, put a +1/+1 counter on Hired Claw. Activate this ability only if an opponent has lost life this turn, and only once per turn. So, what you could do with this? Say you got some shocks in your hand. You shock your opponent on your turn. Pay 1 in red. Give this a +1/+1. Your opponent's turn. You play instant shock. Then you pay 1 in red. Put another +1/+1 on this. This card is going to be good because you're able to buff it up pretty dang on quick. I mean, yeah, you'll have to have burn spells to bump this up or go in for damage. Next, we got us a flash creature. No, flash card. Feather of Flight. For 1 and a white, enchantment or with flash. Enchant creature. When Feather of Flight enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. So with this, you can enchant one of your creatures, give it a +1/+0 and flying. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, next we got Mist Breath Elder. For 1 green, 2/2. Frog Warrior. There you go, Tortoise. Another frog. At the beginning of your upkeep, return other creatures you control to its owner's hand. Okay. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Mist Breath Elder. Otherwise, you may return Mist Breath Elder to its owner's hand. Oh. This is sort of like almost like a green blink card. Kinda. I mean, it does blink it back onto the battlefield, but it bounces it to your hand. All creatures that you control. But that's once per turn. You have to bounce something back to your hand. And it's green. Let's say you're playing a Gruff Triplets with this Mist Breath Elder. You bounce Gruff Triplets to your hand. Next turn you play Gruff Triplets again, and you just had to keep bouncing your Gruff Triplets back to your hand and keep playing them. It'll get pretty big, but you need to try to have 2 Gruff Triplets down before you put this down. Otherwise, you have to bounce one of those tokens. You don't really want to bounce a token. Yeah, it will work. I think it would work good with a bunch of cards myself. All right, next we have us a 2/3 4/3 Shapeshifter Changeling. So this card is every creature type. And it has reach. And you pay 2, put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. Not bad. I mean, Earth cards already in standard does the same thing. This looks like a squirrel made out of a tree. That's what it looks like, kind of. All right, next we got Treetop Sentry. 3 and a green, 2/4. Squirrel Archer. All right, Squirrel Archer has reach, and when Treetop Sentry enters, you may forage. If you do, draw a card. And what forage is, it's a new mechanic. To forage, exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. And we already got ways of making food in standard. Blah. Next, we got us Longstock Brawl for 1 little green. Sorcery. It's a gift a tapped fish to your opponent. And then choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. Put a +1/+1 counter on the creatures you control. If the gifted was promised, then those creatures fight each other. So, very interesting. Let's see. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. Put a +1 counter on the creature you control. Okay, so let's say this is a pretty good card. Say you got a 2-2 on the battlefield. So you got a 2-2 on the battlefield. You play this. Your 2-2 goes into up to a 3-3. You gift your opponents a fish. You choose that fish. And then they lose the fish. Because the card you put this on is going to target your card, your creature, and that fish. If that's the only card they have, creature they have on the battlefield. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. I like the idea that you can target the fish, the tap fish that you're gifting to your opponent with this. I mean, it is at sorcery speed, but it's still pretty good fight spell, if you ask me. All right. Next, we got us a Sting Path Charger for 1 and a red 2-1. Lizard Warlock. Offspring 2. Okay, it's a 2-1 with Offspring 2, so that means you pay 2 more. So for a total of 4, you'd get this 2-1 and a 1-1. That's a copy of it. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to target player. Huh. Not bad. I mean, you can only pay Offspring 1 time. So let's say you got 6 mana on the battlefield. You pay 6 for this card. 2 of that mana ain't going to count. I don't know. That's a good question. Next, we have Conduit's Electricity for 5 mana. A 5 mana instant. Ooh. Conduit Electricity deals 6 damage to target creature and 2 damage to up to 1 target creature token. Huh. Not bad. It'll pretty much get rid of any creature. And token also. But it costs 5 mana. Yeah, that's costly. Next, we got Deer Sights for 2 and a black sorcery. So level 2. Then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. Yeah, I can see that being. I can see this card here being played a lot. I mean, you get to look at you get to surveil 2, then you draw them, then you lose 2 life. And you put those cards either in the graveyard or leave them on top of your library and put them in your hand. Yeah, I agree, Tortoise. It would be busted if you pay Offspring more than once. Scales of Shale. 2 and a black instant. And this spell costs 1 less to cast for each lizard you control. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. Nice. Man, this tastes good. Next, we got Bonkash Overseer for 1 black, 1/1. Okay. Squirrel Warlock. Tap it. Pay 1 life. Draw a card. Activate only if 3 or more cards left your graveyard this turn, or if you've sacrificed a food this turn. Okay. So you're trading food for card draw and 1 loss of life. It's not too bad. I mean, you are paying 2 things for 1 draw, the food and 1 life, but it's still not bad at all. Your offspring is kicker. Finch form the nation for 2 and a blue 2/2 with offspring 3. So 2, 3, 6. So if you could to get the offspring on this, you'd have to pay 6 for the whole card. Whew, man, that's a lot. And okay, and this creature has flying, and when this creature enters, target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. Let your creature jump over your opponent's creatures for 1 turn. Not bad. And if you play the offspring cost, then you can do 2 creatures. Next, we got Thought Shusher. For 1 and a blue 1/3 rat rogue. Another rat. With threshold. 1 and a blue. Put a +1/+1 counter on Thought Shusher and draw a card. Activate only if 7 or more cards are in your graveyard and only once. So, if you have 7 cards in your graveyard, you could pay 2 and draw a card. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, next we got us a white card. Dewdrop Cure. Dewdrop Cure. It's 2 and a white sorcery. Gift a card. So you allowed your opponent to draw a card. Return up to 2 target creatures cards, each with mana value 2 or less, from your graveyard to the battlefield. If the gift was promised, instead, return up to 3 target creature cards, each with mana value 2 or less, from your graveyard to the battlefield. Not bad. So, you can either get 2 creatures, or let your opponent draw and get 3 creatures with mana value 2 or less and return them to the battlefield. Not bad. Next, we got us a flying bat bird. All right, are you a bat or are you a bird? Life Creed Duo. 1 and a white 1/2 bat bird with flying. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Oh, life gain deck. At least it ain't as bad as that one we got in standard right now. You have to kill it twice. All right, next we got Thistledown Players. 3/3 for 3. Mouse Bard. Whenever Thistledown Players attacks, untap target non-land permanent. Haha, nice. So it can give one of your creatures vigilance. Kinda. Not bad. All right, next we got us a class. I can't remember when class came out, but I know class is not new to to Magic. Class has been in past sets. I remember those Bard class, Rogue class, a bunch of other classes in the game, but from a different set. Anyway, Innkeeper's Talent. 1 and a green. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Ha ha ha. Nice. Then you can pay 1 green. Permanents you control with counters on them have Ward 1. Not bad. Next, then pay 4, 3 and a green. If you would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead. Oh, that's all we need for Toxic. Oh. And that just sticks around too. Toxic decks are going to love Innkeeper's talents. You hit your opponent once, they get a poison counter. With this on the battlefield, you hit your opponent once. They're not going to get 1 poison counter. They're going to get 2 poison counters. Can you say turn 5 win with poison? Yeah, I think it was Forgotten Realms. But I do remember playing them. Next, we got Varen the Relentless. 2, blue, black, 3/4. Rat Rogue, another rat. I don't know, Stokes. I think Rats is going to. I think they're got a lot of support. Anyway, this has Ward 2. If a creature opponent controls would die, exile it instead. Then, at the beginning of each end step, create a 1/1 black rat creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control. Oh my gosh. Where X is the number of creatures your opponents control that were exiled this turn. Oh my god. Hey, Backwoods Collector. Alright. Yes, sir. I want me a barbecue rat for dinner. Then we got Bloom Beauregard Mentor. White and green Star. Okay, Star Rabbit Soldier with Trample. Beauregard's Mentor's power and toughness are equal. Toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. Okay, another Buckhorn Rabbit. I mean, we got that's in white. Does the same thing as this. This is a reprint of that, except this one has Trample, that other one don't. So this is a slightly upgraded version of it. And this is good. That Trample helps it a lot. Next, we got the infamous Cruel Claw. 3 mana, 1 generic, a black, and a red Rakdos. Legendary creature, Weasel Mercenary. 3/3. And it has Menace, and whenever the infamous Cruel Claw deals combat damage to a player, exile cards from the top of your library till you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card by discarding a card rather than paying its mana cost. Oh! Ouch! 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 That is so busted. Okay, I attack you. I play my Sheoldred for free. Man. You said this needs to be in Boros? Yeah. Well, Reddit, I was talking about Buckhorn. It is white. And it's a star creature also. Its power and health is equal to how many creatures you control. This is the same thing as that, except this one has Trample. Yeah. this is a strong card for more than one reason. For one, the effect it does. Whenever this deals combat damage to your opponents, you get to exile until you get something that is not a land. Plus, not only that, it's also a outlaw because it's a mercenary. Man, this card is nuts. Wow. I mean, it is absolutely nuts. Jeez. I think I might want me a Weasel deck. Or just a better Outlaw deck. And this will upgrade a Rakdos Outlaw deck. Yeah. I mean, you know, Wizards, they always gotta have a powerful card in their decks. But this Weasel Mercenary, oh my god. That is going all right. Paper, let's talk about paper for a second. I haven't looked at these up here yet. And all the cards ain't been spoiled yet. But for right now, this infamous Cruel Claw is going to be your money card. This is going to be the chase card in paper. I can guarantee that. And that's only because of its power. I mean, it takes 2 creatures to block it. It's an outlaw because it's a mercenary. Mercenaries are outlaws. And all you got to do is your opponent's got 1 creature. You can easily go through and do some damage to them. Boom. There you go. Your outlaw just made contact. And by your Weasel outlaw making contact, you get a free spell. Man. Alright, let's go and look these other 4. Next we got Downwind Ambusher. 3 and a black, 4/2. Skunk Assassin. Oh Lord. It's a skunk. Exactly, Stokes. Exactly. Go for the throat 1. It's over. Anyway, back to this Downward Ambusher. 4/2 with flash. When Downwind Ambusher enters, choose 1. Target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Destroy target creature an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Oh my gosh. That's a pretty good card too. That's a pretty good card too. Next, we got us another gift card. Instant. Dawn's Truce. For 1 out of whites, gift a card. So you get that your opponent draw. And you and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. If the gift was promised, permanents you control also gain indestructible until end of turn. Nice. Nice. Alright, next we got Stargaze. For X black. Card you pay any amount of mana into it. Alright, look at twice X cards from the top of your library. Put X cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You lose X life. Eee. Well, I can understand the why you got to pay life to use this card. It ain't too bad because you look at so you pay 10. That's half your life, don't? But you pay 10. You're gonna look at 20 cards. This, I want to say it ain't too bad. What do y'all think about Stargaze? What y'all think about Stargaze, chat? Y'all think it's a good card or a bad card or a so-so card? I think it's a so-so card. Could be wrong though. No, I ain't whining about paying life on this. I just don't know if it's good. I just don't know if you want to pay 10 life for this or not. To look at 20 cards. I mean, yeah, you could get the upper hand. Okay. All right. Then the last card we got before we refresh and see if I dropped anything else today. We got Star Charter, 3 and a white, Bat Cleric, with flying. And then at the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost. So this is not an ETB. This is per turn. Not bad. Not a bad Bat Cleric. A 3/1 for 4 Bat Cleric. It ain't bad. But I would like for it to be, toughness to be up a little bit more. The power is great. It's a 3. But the 1 toughness, I'm not too fond of 1 toughness. Too many cards out there to kill this. Oh man, I tell you what's good. Yeah, I don't think this Bat Cleric is bad. Either way, if you lose life or you gain life, you're looking at top 4 cards of your deck. Not bad. Alrighty, folks. That's the top. Let's see if there's anything else. I'll refresh this 3 times. 1. Oh, got another one. Byway Bartender. 2 and a red 3/3 Raccoon Rogue with Menace. Whenever you expend 4, you may discard a card. You may discard your hand. And then if you do, draw 2 cards. Not bad. If you ain't got a hand and you do the expand 4, you just get to draw 2 cards. Like you ain't got no hand to discard. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's a 3/3 for 3. That's good. I like it. Like it. All right, let's refresh again. No. 1, 2, 3. All righty, folks. This looks like that is going to be it today. I don't think they are going to spoil any more today. But there's going to be another stream because I'm expecting some mail. So far, it looks like they've done spoiled 136 cards out of 233 cards. Looks like there's 233 cards in this set. That's not bad. So far, I'm liking this set. I'm liking some of these creatures and stuff that's in the set. What is y'all's thoughts on it? Now, this infamous Cruel Claw. Oh man, I'm gonna love to hate this card because it's so good. But some of this stuff. I do agree with y'all on these cards. The wording on them is bonkers because it's ridiculous. Tell me what you mean. Because you got some that says enter. When this card enters what? Graveyard? Exile? Does it enter exile? Does it enter the board or what? Come on. Explain. It's like this Sunspine Links from yesterday. When Sunspine Links enters. Is it graveyard? When Sunspine Links enters the graveyard? Or is it when Sunspine Links enters the battlefield? That would be so confusing to a new player. I understand what it means. I understand what it does. I know it's entered the battlefield. But for a new player, they would not understand that. Because it just says enters. They need to say, I know they're trying to save their fingers to keep from get their fingers from cramping up. Of course, they just use a computer to type. But they just need to put enter the battlefield or something. Especially for the newer players. All right, let me try to check up. Let me catch up on chat here. We're looking at spoilers, Wiz. We just got done going over all the spoilers. Let's refresh, see if there's any more. No. Alrighty, folks. Byway Bartender is where we left off at on the stream here. And like I said, on the 24th, I will be doing the early access, which should be right here. I will be doing that. And the time is right and it's wrong. It's 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. And it's from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. the next day. And anyway, no, they will affect your game. New cards will affect your gameplay. Trust me, Wiz, they will. With new cards comes new power. But anyway, I'll be doing this, what you see on the screen here, on the 24th at 10 a.m. And it will be over the next day at 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. And yes, I will be streaming from 10 to as long as I can. Oh yeah, I understand that, Wiz. But that's why I always say save all your gems, save all your wild cards, save all your game money. That way you can use those to get the cards. But anyway, folks, I will be doing this streamer event on the 24th. Let me go to full cam. Let's see. All right. I will be doing the early access, as y'all seen. And if you have a deck idea, I might ask for a deck right now. Nor am I asking for a deck. But if you're a part of my Discord, you can theorycraft a deck after all the cards has been spoiled, and I will run the deck. I will give you and your channel a shout out, and I also will give you the credit for making the deck. I will not take credit on somebody else's work. You worked hard. You make a deck. You work hard on that deck. You deserve the credit, not me. And I will take the deck. I will give you the credit for it. I give you the shout out and everything else during the early access stream. And hopefully that'll help you and your channel grow if you are a streamer. And if you're not a streamer and you just wanted to submit a deck, I will still just give you a shout out during early access. But anyway, with all that said, we're going to go ahead in the stream here. I'm going to wait for the mail to run. And after the mail runs, I will have another stream coming up today. It will be a mail opening. I'm getting some mail from Mr. DJ Longhair. And let's see. Yeah, they will, Wiz. Yes, we are 9 more subs till a giveaway. Once we get to the milestone, and after we get to the milestone, that's when I will go and get some prizes for a giveaway. But until then, I'm not gonna get no prizes until we make it there to 500. And it's going to be, I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. I mean, this channel is growing, and I could not do this without each and every one of y'all. And I do appreciate it 100%. There's no words that I could say or do to tell you how much I do appreciate it. But I really do. I appreciate it so much. And but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get on off here and wait for my mail to run. And then eat some dinner. And right after the mail runs and I get my dinner ate, I'll probably be back on here again doing a mail opening. But anyway, I'll see everybody later. And then after that, you'll be able to catch me on Mr. DJ Longhair stream at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time for the round table. And I'll see everybody later. Y'all have a good evening. Later, everybody.